Hi, nieces and nephews. Welcome back to Auntie Nell's Kitchen. And to my new subscribers, welcome to the family. So glad that you're with us, and I hope you continue to stick around. Everyone stick around. But thank you all, everyone, for your love and support to my channel. Today we are going to be making my blue velvet cake. Because my theme is Winter Wonderland, I'm going to turn this blue velvet into a Winter Wonderland themed cake. I did this last year for my mother-in-law's family Christmas dinner, my husband's family Christmas dinner, and so I'm going to turn it into a Winter Wonderland theme for my own event. Okay, but it's a standard blue velvet. Well, it's a blue velvet recipe, but I amped up mine, so so if you give me a moment, I'm going to flip and swim. We're going to get started. Okay, we're going to be using 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of Hershey's cocoa powder. Okay, and all of this is what is in this bag because I've already sifted it and put it in here to put it to the side. 1.5 cups of white granulated sugar. You're going to be, you're going to be using 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. This is a kicker, and it's an up and ante. This is cream bouquet, 1 teaspoon of cream bouquet. You add this to any of your cake recipe. It enhances the flavor. It brings out everything. I'm telling you. You can get it. You have to get it from a specialty cake store, or you have to order it. You have to order it online, or you have to order it in the bakery stores. They sell in the small bottles. You ordering it. I've only seen it in the big bottles. Okay, here I have 2 teaspoons of white vinegar, 1 1/4 cup of whole buttermilk, 2 large eggs, 1.5 cups of vegetable oil, and that will assemble our cake. Okay? Now, before I assemble my cake, you're going to need, this is my go-to, Americolor Royal Blue Soft Gel Paste Food Color. You're going to need this. This is what we'll be using, and you're going to need 2 tablespoons of this. Like I said, I use Americolor. This is I use Americolor, Chef Master, and Wilson. Those are the only colors I go to, except when I'm using oil-based. Now, when I'm going to be turning this into my Winter Wonderland cake, I'm going to be using these little silicone mold made snowflakes, and I'll be using a couple of these candy melts. I have my royal blue. I'm not going to make but 6. And I have my light blue. It's not going to take much to get these melted down. So, I'm going to start on my snowflakes first and get them in the fridge so they'll be cooling off, be ready to go. And so, before I start gathering up this batter, okay? 3 8-inch cake pans. You can use 9-inch. You'll get 2 3-inch. Your cake is going to stand higher. We'll go over frosting when we get to that point. Okay, I got these in separate bowls. I'm going to put these in the microwave and get these nuked, and so I can start getting them into my molds, okay? Guys, when you're melting your chocolate, your candy melts, you heat, you do it 30 seconds, stop, stir, 30 seconds, stop and stir until it becomes nice and creamy. And I'm using the glass bowls because when you heat it in the microwave using a glass bowl, the heat is more distributed more evenly. And see, this, you stir, and the heat from the glass bowl, it's going to move through this chocolate. And you're going to just continue to stir. Don't put it back in the microwave. I did this 30 seconds, and then I did it another 15. 30 seconds stir, and then 15 seconds, and I took it out. And I'm going through the motion on my own. Okay. Like I said, I'm only doing 6 because I only need 6 stars. So I'm going to take my blue, my light blue. Now I would take my royal blue. And scrape that off of there. Make sure you get, when you're dealing with your silicone molds, you make sure you get your it's all nice and even. And I know I'm not filling them all to the top. And so what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to take my knife and just smooth this. Yeah, it's going to be messy. That's okay. I just want to make sure that my my snowflakes are pretty. Because I don't want them thick. I don't want them to stand too high at all. And I do the same thing. I finished using the rest of this. It doesn't matter if they're thick. They're the same height because you'll see, because these are merely for decoration. And you pound this because you want to make sure that your chocolate gets down into those cute little details down in here. You want to make sure of that. And I'm just going to pop this in the refrigerator. And it's going to remain. I'm smoothing it out. What I'm doing, I'm making sure that everything gets smoothed out in the bottom. And I'll be right back. Okay, now we are going to whisk together. Yes, use your whisk attachment if you have one of these. If you don't, and you have just a hand whisker, you know what I'm trying to say. Use that. That's fine. No fancy schmancy. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. You're gonna pour in your buttermilk. Get all that goodness out of there. Put that over there for a little housekeeping. Your oil. Housekeeping. Your vinegar. Your 2 eggs. Your teaspoon of vanilla. My teaspoon of my cream bouquet. That over there, a little housekeeping. And my 2 tablespoons of royal blue food color. Now, to make sure your food coloring comes out without any problems, take a little, like a teardrop of oil, and put it around in your spoon, so your food color will come out all nice and good. And I tap this. See how this came out? I don't leave any goodness behind. And now I'm going to get this whisk together. Lock and slow. Lock and slow. Lock and slow. Now I speed this baby up. Now be back. Okay, now I'm going to add my dry ingredients. But I'm going to cut this bag down. This is my flour, my baking soda, my salt, my cocoa powder. This is all of that goodness that's been sifted together. Sift your dry ingredients together. It makes a better cake. And I will be adding this 1.5 cups of sugar. And I'm going to turn this on slow. Start off low. Same rules still apply. If it's on the side, that means it ain't what? It ain't mixing. Now that's all in. Okay, I've turned my oven on. It's heating to 350. So Remember I talked about how I make sure no water is in this cup. Get my, what do you call it, cake batter, my pans even. I use measuring cup. So I will take off a cup. Get that in there. It's a little time consuming to do this, but this way your cake layers are even. Now if you don't care about all that, you don't have to do that. If you want it to be lopsided, top-sided, you don't care about none of that, you don't have to do all that. And I'll move this one out the way. Bring contestant number 2 over here. Contestant number 3 will be a 6-inch layer, not an 8-inch. I don't know. I forgot about. I'm glad I was like, well, where's my snowflake tier? And I definitely need this top tier. Need my snowflake tier. I don't need to measure out anymore because I can eyeball now. Eyeball. Okay, you go over there for a little housekeeping. Get all my goodness off of this 6-inch. Oh, hold on. Same rule of thumb. I'm going to bounce them. Get out my air bubbles. Sorry about the noise. I'm going to bounce them. And they'll be in the oven, and these will go in at 350, and they're going to bake for between 35 to 40 minutes. Middle rack. Okay, now we are going to work on our frosting while the cakes are in the oven, okay? So what I'm going to do is I have 3 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese. I'm going to add 1 whole tablespoon of clear vanilla. This is not pure vanilla extract. That's why I say artificially flavored, but it's a rich flavor. So it's going to be clear vanilla extract. And because I do want a flavor enhanced, I will be adding a teaspoon of my creme brulee. So got that in here. Drop that on in there. And I'm going to just cream this cream cheese together until it's all nice and blended before I add anything else. See, as you see, this is, I'm going to continue to whip this until it's nice and creamy. See how nice and silky? This is what you want. You want it nice and silky. And you know if it's silky, if you can take your silicone spatula or butter knife or spoon and you can run across your blade and it does that, it's silky. And you're not getting any clumps and humps and bumps and bruises. You want to continue to whip it up. Well, you know, cream it up. Okay, we're going to start off with probably 4. I'm going to take this off. Okay, this is 5 cups of powdered sugar so far. This is 5. Okay, I have 7 cups of powdered sugar to 3 blocks of cream cheese. And so once this is whipped up, I'll go to show you what we're going to do next. Okay, we're going to get my flakes, the snowflakes out. Just like my light blues. I'm gonna clean it up a little. See how pretty that is? Isn't that pretty? I could smell that cake. It smells so good. And here are the blue ones. Pretty. Okay, I'm going to take me some of my buttercream, my blue buttercream. I'm not my blue buttercream. Not my cream cheese icing, rather. And I don't need a lot of it. Don't need a lot of it. That'll do. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to dye one a royal blue. Just a drop. Forgot the spoon. See, I'm still working with it till I get the blue that I want. Okay, here's that blue. That's one blue that I want. See how I really don't have to open that one. Just get up. Because I want a pastel. Let's see, here are my blues. And I'm going to put these in a piping bag. Make sure you always scrape the bottom of the bowl. Make sure you get all your white icing blended. And voila. I have my blues. Because it's going to be an ombre. I'm doing ombre. Family, the first 2 layers are done. The 6-inch still in there, so it has about 3.5 more minutes. I have my blues, my small blues ready. So this have to wait till the cake completely cools before I can do anything. So I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm going to trim this dome off right here. Could use my cake leveler, but I don't feel like going back outside in that tote. So I'm going to trim my dome off. But I'm not going to eat it or throw it away. Throw it over there for later. So, yeah, I want to trim that dome off. And let this cool, and we're almost done frosting. I already have all my piping bags all set up, ready to go. So this is what I'm doing with the dome. I'm going to make blue velvet crumbs, cake crumbs. And that's what I'm going to do with these. And I'm just going to sit them over there to the side. I just want to make sure they're nicely crumbled up. Because this cake is still kind of warm. And I want them to be a little crispy. So I'm just going to kick them over there. Put them over here to the side. Guys, you would not believe what I did. I had 2 more layers that I had. Was two more of these layers I had making. Put the bowl over there and knocked it over. I just got frustrated. I said, you know what? Forget it. Forget it. Auntie is moving on. I just can't do it. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to crumb coat. Always make sure your cake is completely cool, family. Oh, I need my turntable. Now that's better. A lot better. So I feel like, wait a minute, something's not right. And frost the cake in a cake carrier. Okay, I'll get my layer on top. So I'm icing this. This is my chrome coat. My illness is throwing me back, throwing me behind, but throwing me really behind. But that's okay. They love me and I love them, and everyone understands. So it's no worries. It's all about fellowshipping. Man, what's about fellowshipping? Get my dowel in there and snip it. A dowel will keep it in place. When you're dealing with cakes like, they're tired of 2 tiers, or if the tiers are thick, rather, a dowel will keep your cake in place. And like I said, I'm only doing a crumb coat because this has got to go into the fridge and settle. If I could find my spreader that I just had. Yeah, I had blue cake batter. Okay, nieces and nephews, I'm going to start off with my bottom swirl. Not swirl. There, and I'm going to do my baby blue. Air pocket. And now I'm going to take my spreader and do this. Spread this out. Me and my southpaw. You want to fill in your little brown gaps. Okay. You fill in that hole, that seal going around there. Nothing to it but to do it. Almost done. And that is it. This is our blue velvet. Our blue velvet. Now I'm going to cut a piece out so I always like you guys to see what's inside. See the pretty royal blue? See how moist it is? I'm not gonna eat that. I have no business with it, but I'm gonna eat it. Look at that pretty blue color. That pretty blue color. Okay, put that down. Okay, here she goes. Now this cake is for my party, okay? So I got it. It's got to be careful. Be very careful with it. And also, but this is it. Blue velvet. My Winter Wonderland blue velvet. Normally, without all the hoopla, you could it just be two or three layers. Thank you guys for tuning in to my video on that blue velvet cake that I have turned into a Winter Wonderland themed cake. So you don't have to go through all of that. You can just keep it at standard, a 2-layer cake. But if you need your layers to be not at least 2 inches thick, you're going to have to double that recipe. Same recipe, just double it, okay? Just double it, okay? Until the next upload, hugs and kisses to each of you. Thank you for all of your support. Go be you. But one thing about being you, I always say, be great being you, okay? Talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye.